It's gospel hour with Jayla. 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 It's gospel hour with Jayla.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kayla J's Gospel Hour right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. You already know I love to introduce you to folks who are doing some amazing things. And my next guest, she has authored a book, not just any book, a children's book. So please help me welcome Miss Crystal Coleman. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, Kayla J. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, I am excited to have you here, Crystal. I'm really excited to have you here. Before we dive deep into your author journey and this new amazing book you have, I want to do a wellness check with you with
Okay.
everything that's going on in the world from a scale from 1 to 10. How do you feel today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just excited to be here to enjoy this time with you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, let the folks know a little bit about you and your journey as an author.
Well, as you know, my name is Crystal Coleman. My roots are from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I was born and raised there. And later on, after college, I moved to Philadelphia. And my journey as an author, very interesting, has been in the works for many, many, many years. But because I wasn't sure how to go about pulling it all together, I allowed it to sit for a long time. So
Mm.
finally, God spoke to me and said, "It's time." So I'm looking around, wait, what you mean it's time? Like I had kind of forgotten about, the book laying there.
Mhm.
So I said, "Sir, what do you mean that now is the time?" I'm a firm believer on waiting on the timing of God and don't move until, he speaks to you and tell you to move. So when he said it's finally time, I got a little nervous, but it's funny because you might not always understand his timing, but I promise you that his plan is for you to prosper.
Mhm.
So I finally pulled it out. And soon as I pulled it out, the how to's, the who wills, everything just began to fall in place. And I was so excited, about the fact that it was all coming together and it came together in a short time.
Isn't that how God works?
Absolutely.
That's
Awesome,
exactly
God.
God. Awesome. Excited that you said yes and you realized that it was your time after he told you it was time. I'm grateful you obeyed. I'm grateful you obeyed because not too many people would obey. They said, Lord, listen, years have passed. I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm good
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, because it really took me by surprise because I had let it sit for so long,
Mhm,
and when you let things sit, um, the enemy tells you that it's never going to happen, and
mhm.
people start saying to you, she's not going to do anything. This is it. Teaching is it for her. But I thank God that He gave me that push,
Yeah,
and I allowed Him to step out. Now I'm broadening my horizons.
that's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
So share with us about this new amazing book, I Believe in Me.
So, the book I Believe in Me, everyone knows that I'm a school teacher. And as a teacher, we see that our students face a lot of challenging situations.
Mhm.
Some are being cared for by family members, others are just in foster care, others are being bullied. And it really bothered me. And I didn't know how, really to help them. And a lot of times, these things that are happening around them helps them to become insecure. They
Mhm.
begin to lack confidence, and then it allows their environment to dictate what their destiny is going to look like.
Mhm.
I wanted them to know that where they go in life and how far they go in life, it's their choice.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what people say, it doesn't matter what other people do, it's their choice. So what I thought was, if I can let them know that they can create their own atmosphere of success, and those around them in their environment, they can either choose to follow, or they go ahead and create their own path. But they can go to school, they
Mhm.
can get good grades, and if they want to become a doctor, They can. If they want to become a teacher, if they want to become an author, they can do whatever they put their mind to. So that's basically what pushed me into writing this book.
That's awesome. How has the response been since putting this book out? Books like this, I feel like sometimes might get slept on, but I think some people are out there believing in themselves because of this book.
I You're absolutely correct. The response has been like I don't want to say that I didn't believe it was going to happen, but it literally took me by surprise. It came out on the 11th of
Mhm.
January, which was my birthday, and that was unexpected because I had just given it to the producing company. Everything I had just given it to them like a week before, and I just happened to say, all right, let me look and see if the book is coming out anytime soon. When I opened it up, it was already in Amazon. It was already on
Wow.
Barnes and Noble, and it had already sold some copies. And for it to have done so fast, like it's really taken off. And it hasn't, some people say when you author a book, you get a tremendous, maybe the first 2 weeks, people will buy it and then, they'll stop buying it. Well, it hasn't stopped being
That's
purchased
wonderful.
yet. So I just believe when God said that it was time, he prepared the way. He opened the doors and he sent the people there to not only purchase a book, but they're purchasing books for their family. They're purchasing books for their friends. Schools are buying into it and putting it into their libraries. So when God opens the door, it's your time to walk through it.
That's amazing. Share a little bit with us about that process of getting this first book out. How long did it take you to really get all of these I believe statements in, and what was that like for you in that writing process?
The writing process, it came pretty fast
Mm,
because once you see things happening around you and once you see how it's affecting the children, and if you look at our world today, you see that confidence building is needed. You see that we need to step in and begin mentoring and helping to mold and shape lives and be that change that we want to see. I have a son, I have nieces, I have nephews, and I wanted to make sure that they were getting the right information, that we were imparting the right tools in them so that they know that they can make it in this cruel world and that they don't
mhm.
have to be a part of it. I don't know if I answered your question or not, but I wanted them to see that it's okay to be different.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. Um, Crystal, you talked a lot about what you wanted folks to see. What is the most important thing you want children to get out of this book?
I think what I want them to get is never give up on
Mhm,
themselves and never to give anybody the power to tell you that you can't. You're creative,
mhm.
you're unique, you're your own kind of beautiful. And
Yes,
I want you to know, and as my pastor always says, you have everything you need inside of you to be successful. Pastor Alice Martin always says failure is not an option.
that's
So I
right.
want them to know that they can do this.
Mhm,
Failure is not an option. They can be creative. They can write books. They can be doctors. They can be lawyers. They can be an entrepreneur. They can open their own business. Even at an early age, it's out there for them. And we're here to help them and push them and give them the tools that they need. So that's basically, what helped me, to put those words together and pen them.
awesome. So what's next for you? Is there another book on the horizon, another inspirational book, or do we just have to stay tuned and see?
Well, actually, there is another book in process.
Yes.
As we speak, it's being illustrated. This book is called Mrs. C, He Told Me No. So, a lot of times, as a parent or as an adult, we don't really teach our children that it's okay for someone to tell them no.
Mm,
No is okay for them to hear. They hear a lot of yes, they hear a lot of you can do it. It's
mhm,
okay, go ahead. But we need them to know that no is it's a word that they need to learn, because there's going to be instances in the world where someone tells them no and they're not going to be able to handle it.
mhm.
So I want them to know that they can handle the no just as well as they can handle the yes.
That's good. I'm excited for that. I cannot wait for that to come out and continue to bless our children. So you said a few places, but let folks know, where can they find this book and purchase it?
The book is being sold on Amazon.
Mhm.
It's also at Barnes and Noble. There actually it's worldwide, but I don't have the whole entire list. But if you cannot get it off of Amazon, because I know some people said Amazon don't deliver to their areas, so they can contact me on Facebook. Always Have a Dream is my business page, or you can contact me personally on my Facebook page, Crystal Coleman, and I can ship it out to you.
That's amazing. Crystal, before I let you go, to the young author that's listening here, your book may inspire a child author. What is your words of advice to them who's going through this author process just as you did?
Don't give up. You may have a thought today and you're penning it and putting it down on paper, but tomorrow you might not have anything to say. But keep writing. Keep your book beside your bed, your pencil beside your bed, because you may have a dream, or you might wake up in the middle of the night and you have a thought. You have creativity in you, and you can do this. And whatever you don't understand, it's okay not to understand it. It's all right to ask questions. We're here. We're here to support you. And I want you to know that whenever you begin writing, just keep writing, even if it doesn't make sense. Keep writing, because eventually, once you start reading over it, it's going to all fall together and fall in place. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you have to say, because your voice matters. You
Mm,
matter. What you have to say, it matters. And we're here to listen to you. We're here to encourage you and push you, because you can do all things. You can do all things through Christ, because he is your strength. We love you, and we're here to support you.
that's amazing. That's amazing. One more time, let folks know how they can find you and how they can buy this book.
Well, my website is being fixed and put together right now, so you can always reach me on Facebook. My name is Crystal Coleman. I also have a business page. It's called Always Have a Dream. Don't forget, dare to dream. You can always have a dream. You can always leave me a message there. I'm here for you.
Awesome. Crystal, thank you so much for joining me today for Kayla J's Gospel Hour. I am so glad that you did. And I hope that many, many, many of the listeners go out and support and buy your book for their children.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Folks, I have to go and get back to the music, but you're tuned in to WURD Progressive.